YouTube fam? It's April G Showers back at y'all with another episode of An Hour with April G Showers. We got Handlez Mcgee in the
What
house.
up, April? Thank you. Thank
I'm
you.
honored. Thank you. Thank you
Thank you.
so much. All right, y'all. April G Squad, fist bump. Love y'all. Let's get it. Okay. So starting off, your age, family, kids, where you from, school, just whatever you're comfortable sharing.
Okay. Share everything with you guys, man, because I like you, April. I like you. So,
Thank you.
I was born in Monroe, Louisiana. That's where my roots are. All my family is Louisiana and
The
Texas.
South, let's go.
I'm originally from the South. I grew up in Bloomington, Illinois. So, up there, all I did was play basketball. That's
Yeah.
really all it consisted of. So, played basketball. Went to college. I don't know if I want to tell people how old I am because everybody thinks I'm a teenager, but I'm pretty old.
I'm
Went to
older
college.
than you. I'm pretty sure I'm older than you.
Yeah,
So,
I'm 33. I'll tell you.
uh,
But
bruh, I'm a decade older than, like, I'll be 42 next month. So,
wow, you look 42. You look good.
oh,
Thank
thank
you.
you. I had somebody else I interviewed that told me I look like I'm 56.
Mm.
I'm like, well, fuck you too. Thank you. It was funny. But go ahead.
I don't know. I'm not that interesting. I got a I got a
Yes, you
little
are.
brother, little I got a little brother, little sister. My little sister is an amazing singer. You'll hear from her soon.
Okay. Okay.
Um, she's actually she is my sister, so I might be lying, but I think she's a better lyricist than I am. She's amazing as a writer. My little brother is actually pursuing an acting career right now, so you'll hear
Amazing.
about him too. I don't tell you guys too much, but both of
Okay.
them. So I got a little sister, mom and dad. My mom's in Texas right now. My dad's still in Illinois. So that's my family right there. Extended family, all Texas, Louisiana. So
Okay.
that's me.
So now do you stay in Illinois now, or
I forgot to tell you that part. I live in Atlanta right now.
that's what I
So
thought. That's what I was thinking because you did the song with Marcus and Lim, or All in My Head.
all in my
Um,
head.
mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Which
so
was an amazing song.
I'm
And it didn't get the attention it deserved. Just saying. So do you have any kids?
I do. I have two sons. So I have a 8-year-old, an 8-year-old, and a 3-year-old.
Oh
Right now,
wow.
they're huge. So people think they're like 12 and 7.
Like my son just turned 15. I just have one son, and it's crazy because he's got the deep voice now, and he's like just a little bit taller than me now, but he's real tall and skinny, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
And so people think he's younger than what he is, but he's very smart. I'm so proud of him. He's an honors student in the gifted program. He made the highest grade on his ACT test of his entire grade. He made a 29.
Wow,
And
that's
he
amazing.
and
That's
that was
amazing.
when he was 14. So
Wow.
imagine what he'll make on it when he gets to be a junior or senior whenever they take it again.
Yeah, the average is like 21 or something like that, isn't it?
I made either 21 or 22 when I was a junior, I believe. So I mean, he's extremely smart, and I'm very proud of him. So, have you always wanted to be a rapper? If not, when did you? And if not, what did you want to be when you grew up?
I would say, start off by saying I always loved music. And I always loved rap and hip hop. I give you a little background on that. I think I fell in love with battle rap. It's probably like 13 years old, fell in love with battle rap. And this is when before battle rap was big and mainstream
Yeah.
and stuff. I was watching Smack DVD, all that other stuff. Fell in love with that. I've always loved rap. I never thought of myself as a rapper. So I never tried to rap until I want to say I got out of high school and just did it for fun with my friends, or I recorded on my mom's laptop. I remember I'd do some things, and people started telling me, "Oh, you're really good," you know. So where I'm from, Bloomington, everybody just works at State Farm. So we're not. I'm not from pursue music careers and things like that, even though we have some of like the dopest artists, you know.
Hmm.
And yeah, I never thought of myself as a rapper. I think I wanted to play basketball or just grow up and get a job. I didn't really know what I was going to do with my life. So I think I first started taking it seriously when I moved here. I moved to Atlanta in 2015 or 2016. One of
Okay.
So I got down here and everybody just kept saying, you gotta do it for real now. You gotta take it seriously. So that's when I tried to do it. And as soon as I tried to do it, everything just started going haywire. I never actually get to do it full time, but
Well,
um,
that's amazing.
yeah,
You're an amazing lyricist.
thank you. I
I
appreciate it.
mean, amazing. So then basically you've been really like rapping, what, 7 years?
I would say 7. Well, I don't want to lie to you. I didn't take it seriously until about 5 or 6 years ago, but
Okay.
I've been rapping forever though, because I just love
Okay.
it. I've played around. I dropped my first mixtape in 2013, I think. So that's when I
Okay.
actually started to write some stuff, you know.
Okay.
Mhm.
Do you have a specific writing process?
I have a few. Somebody's asked me this before, and I like talk to them in person. It's weird. One of my writing process things that I do is I'll play the beat and just mumble, just say a bunch of mumble words and get a flow. And then once I get the flow, I kind of start thinking of things. Um, Sometimes I'll be thinking of punchlines or something like that, and I'll already have them in my head. Then when I hear the beat, I'll be like, "Oh, this fits that." That's another one. Um, I would say those are two of my biggest ones. I'll just mumble. If somebody were to look and see me in my car or something, they think I'm crazy.
Dude's talking to himself. What? How did you come up with your rap name?
Handles basketball. Like I said, all I did was play basketball. Where I'm from, that's what I'm known for, handling the basketball. So I went to college. Actually, I went to Arkansas Pine Bluff on a scholarship to play ball. Messed up my knee, transferred to a JUCO, got hurt there in Wyoming. Went to Illinois State and got hurt again. I walked on the team and then got hurt again. So every year of my college career, I got hurt. But
Damn.
yeah, yeah,
But that's almost like God stepping in and being like, "Hey,
yeah,
you need to be over here.
yeah,
You need to be
yeah.
over here." You know what I mean? It's
I
where.
heard that before. I think because I'm real spiritual. I love God. You know, I love
Oh,
Jesus.
I know, and I love that, and I love that you're so open about it. Like it's very inspiring. I love it.
Definitely, yeah. So I think I made basketball an idol for sure. Basketball and women, I probably made those
Yeah.
two idol, and those led me down paths I didn't need to be on. So I'm thankful I didn't go make millions of dollars playing basketball.
Right. Because no telling where you would have ended up.
Right. So I'm thankful.
Yeah.
I'm
So, are you married?
not yet, but I'm gonna try to get
Oh,
married next few months. So
oh. Because if
she,
she watches it, she'll be like, "Oh," and she'll be constantly waiting.
yeah, yeah.
You'll be like, "Let's go out to eat." That'll be the. Oh, it's gonna be tonight.
Yeah, be anticipating it.
I've never been married myself. I've been engaged twice, but never married. So
You call it off?
I did
You
both
did.
times.
Mm,
I say my picker is broken. I tend to pick men who are incapable of being faithful.
mm, mm, mm,
And, having a son, I want whoever I'm with to be a good role model, first and foremost, for my son.
mm,
I want him to believe in God, and I want him to, like, because usually, I mean, you look up to both your parents, you tend to.
mm.
And if I were to bring a man around, which he would just think is weird now, because he's never seen me with a man.
Mhm.
ever like that in that capacity. So, and I've been single and celibate for the last 5.5 years by choice. This little black, I got
Mhm.
this black band on my wedding finger, and it's got crowns. And I've never said this or told anybody this. I mean, my family, my mom and son who live with me know, but this is the true love waits thing. This is my vow to God that I will remain celibate until I get married.
Wow. Let me applaud you on a few things. One, I'd like to say I've been celibate for I think 2 years now. So, like I said, I that was one of my issues.
Yeah, that's
Women,
what I was gonna say. That's amazing.
I've been celibate for 2 years now, and it's a blessing, and it's amazing what God shows you in that.
It
So,
is. It
um,
is.
that I want to applaud you for that because it's not easy at all. That's tough.
It's
And
easy for me because I've never really cared about that stuff. Plus, though, like I said, all the men I was with and that I like loved mistreated me, cheated on me, lied to me, hit me, and all other kinds of stuff. So, the act means something to me. Like I'm old school traditional when it comes to that. I don't see it as the vast majority see it, at least my generation and younger, see it as like a recreational activity.
yeah,
I don't view it as that. And so, you know,
yeah, that's good. And that's the other thing. You said you called it off and you didn't want to bring certain people around your son. A lot of times, women will acquiesce to that and put themselves in a worse position. So I applaud you for that as well, for being strong enough to leave those situations.
thank
That's
you.
great. Mhm.
Thank you. My son comes first, and if I ever were to bring a man around my child, we would have to be dating for a while first, and I would have to get to know him, his morals, his beliefs, and that type of thing. Because this is someone my son would look up to as a man,
Mhm.
and children, I always say this, tend to grow up to be what they see, not what we tell them. That's why I tell my son, like, I hope you don't smoke like cigarettes or vape, but I'm
Mhm.
not going to sit here and say, don't you smoke or vape,
Mhm. And then,
because I'd be a hypocrite,
yeah. Yeah.
So I just tell him I hope and pray he doesn't. So,
Mhm.
and, one of my biggest fears is him becoming an addict or alcoholic because it so runs deep in our family. I'm a recovering addict. I celebrated 11 years clean on August the 8th this year. So, yeah. And it hasn't been easy at all,
Yeah.
but it's possible if you really want it. You have to really want it. You have to chase your recovery as much as you used to chase that high,
Mhm.
so
Wow.
it hasn't been easy by any means, but I always say, and it's so corny and cliche, but my worst day clean is better than my best day high.
Mhm.
So, would you ever sign to a label?
I think I would. I don't know what all that entails, but given my age, I don't think I wouldn't get taken advantage of, I'm not a little
Yeah,
kid.
right, right.
If the right situation came along, and
The
to it.
contract was right.
One thing I know I don't want to do is compromise who I am or compromise my faith. So that first and foremost. And then if that's good and everything's right with that, we can talk business. If the business is right, then definitely, definitely. I respect people who work with labels and make it happen. I respect the independent artists. However you can get to it, get to it. Just be yourself. Don't compromise who you are.
Yeah, exactly. So, you've done a couple of freestyles.
Mhm. Yep, yep.
The High Off Life freestyle you did. I think you've done two of those, hadn't you?
I've technically done four of those, but
Okay.
there are two that people really that they refer to. There's two that people.
Okay. The most recent one, I believe, is the one I reacted to.
I had a purple hoodie on.
I don't remember what you were wearing, but in my thumbnail and in the title, I called it the freestyle. Is this the freestyle of the year or something like that?
Mhm.
That was tremendous.
Thank you.
It was the one, I'll tell you, I'll look it up right now. Hold up. Until Tilla the Hunt feel
Oh, yeah.
like cinnamon crunch. My God.
Your favorite rhymer? Been my own man. Militant, as real as they come. Kid, pin a monster like Tennyson. Until the hunt feel like cinnamon crunch. I'm diligent, specific with every little line. Don't know what filament, I get them lit. Intricate when putting pen in pages.
That one. You don't have a purple hoodie on. It's gray and navy blue.
Oh, it's purple.
Well,
It's not up. It's a purple jacket. It's a LSU, I think.
I'm sending it to you on Instagram. There you go.
Yeah, gray and purple. Maybe it's the filter that they put on there. That's my LSU jacket. Love
Oh,
that
okay. Oh, so you an LSU fan?
Nah, just like the jacket. I'm from Louisiana, so if someone asks me, I'm
So
LSU.
funny.
Yeah.
He said nah.
Well, I don't have basketball and football. I don't have like teams. I like follow players and I just love the sports, but I don't have favorite teams. But if someone asks me, I'll say LSU just because, that's where my
Yeah.
roots are.
Roll Tide.
People get so mad when I don't get mad.
People do. It's funny, and I like picking at them. It's hilarious to me.
Yeah.
Like I don't get mad like that. Now I am one of those when I'm watching a game. If the
Yeah.
ref makes a bad call or a football player messes up or something, fumbles the ball or whatever, I'm up yelling at the TV, and everybody on my whole little bitty street here probably can hear me during football season because
So
I'm crazy. I'm crazy when it comes to college football. I love college football, not pro, just college. Okay, so freestyles, are yours written or off the dome?
the freestyles that are up, they are usually written, but there's certain parts that are off the dome, and the two that everybody talks about, those are written. The other ones, they are partly freestyle off the dome and partly me putting different verses together on the fly and stuff like that. They're like last minute things or just piecing things together on the fly.
So
But
you can do freestyles off the dome?
somewhat, yes. I can. I never do most
Mhm.
of the time, but if I'm in the studio and I record a song, the last 8 bars are probably off the top. I never finish a song, so then when I get to the studio in order to finish it, it's probably
Oh,
off the top.
wow.
Yeah.
Freestyling off the dome's hard.
Mhm. If you're in the zone, sometimes it comes smooth, but if you don't do it a lot, then it's
Even if I'm in the zone, I have trouble. So, how many albums slash EPs slash mixtapes or whatever do you have?
I think I have 2 mixtapes, 2 EPs, and the Love Handles album.
Okay.
Now that was a 2-part album, so it was like Love Handles 1 and 2. So
Okay. Do you have a favorite out of all those?
my favorite stuff is the stuff I haven't released yet, but I would say I go back and forth between my 2 mixtapes. I feel like back then I was just rapping, super lyrical and intricate and over your head stuff and wordplay. It was just crazy to me. So the first mixtape is just all lyricism. The second mixtape I feel like is more polished. People like that one the most, but the stuff that I've put on iTunes and stuff, it never really came out how I wanted it to yet. So I think my next few projects, once I get everything right, they're gonna be my favorite.
Awesome. Hit me up if you want me to react to anything,
Yeah, for sure.
and I
That
got you. So, do you have a favorite song of yours or that you've done, whether it's a collab or your own song or
have a that's tough.
I don't know. And if you can't answer some of the questions, I understand.
The ones that I listen to the most right now are like Pontius Pilate, Borrowed Time, and Closed Letter. I like right now. I like those songs right now. I think one of my all-time favorite songs.
Borrowed Time
Hmm,
sounds like it is sad. Am
sounds
I
sad.
am I right or am I no?
It could be sad. It's not. I didn't write it sad though.
Okay. Borrowed Time and then Open Letter sounds like it could be as well.
Yeah, closed letter. I think
Or Closed Letter, sorry.
it's about like exes. So that
Uh ooh, I might really like that. Like get into that then like facts. So there's Closed Letter.
mm, I think Pontius Pilate is like the fan favorite. That's what everybody like.
Ponchas.
Pontious. And then
I
Pilate, Ilate.
okay, explain the title. I'm pretty intelligent, but I don't know.
I don't know if I spelled it right. The Roman leader who ended up sentencing Jesus,
Oh, okay.
that guy. So the title is referring to how he washed his hands afterwards. After they made the decision, he washed his hands. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, it's kind of a little bit about my life, kind of what I went through, decisions I made, but wanting to be like, I guess, forgiven for him, and then coming to a space where, you know, this is life and I wash my hands of it. It's just a new me type thing.
Awesome.
I think that's probably one of my favorite tracks. And the beat is crazy too. Yeah.
I'll have to check it out.
Shout
I
out to Sci, he made the beat.
who?
Sci-fi.
Shout out Sci-Fi. So when I reacted to your that High Off Life freestyle, I noticed you didn't cuss,
Correct.
and I highly respect that.
Thank you.
One of the people that's in my top 5, a lot of people go, really? And I'm like, really? Because I respect the fact he doesn't cuss in any of his songs. There's a sentimental value there where my little brother, who was a minister and a missionary, and he passed away of brain cancer when he was 21. He's who introduced me to NF. And one of the last things we did before he had his 6th brain surgery that went terribly wrong, and he was never the same again after that. One of the last things we did together, just me and him, was ride around trying to memorize one of NF's songs. So there's a sentimental thing there, but it's not just that. One, I'm a sucker for substance. Like, I love substance. And NF is straight up substance. You know, like his song, How Could You Leave Us? Have you ever heard that?
You ever heard it?
You gotta hear that song. How Could You Leave Us by NF. It's a true story. But he does bounce in and out because sometimes I'll throw other people in there. But yeah. Okay, what's your dream collab?
Dream collab. Obviously, it has to be Lil Wayne. Has to be Lil Wayne. Just because how
Okay. Okay.
I think my dream collab would be Lil Wayne and probably Lupe. Lupe Fiasco.
You know, Lupe was never really big and popular down here. And I'm just now getting into his discography on my channel because my viewers have been requesting the hell out of him. And I did a reaction, bro, the other day to Mural.
Yeah. He's amazing.
The dude that requested it told me to do the lyrics video, and he said, I know you don't like doing lyrics video, because I don't like doing lyrics videos, especially being a bar breakdown channel, because I feel like that's kind of cheating, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. You know, it's very easy to catch bars when they're on the screen. You see what I'm saying? And I never listen to anything before I react to it because I want it to be a genuine, real, first time reaction and see. It's like a challenge to myself. Like, see how many bars I can catch the first time I hear something. You know what I mean? But bruh, you know that joint is like over 8 minutes long.
Mm-hmm.
And needless to say, my reaction was pretty long.
Yeah.
And about maybe, I don't think I was even halfway through the song yet. I might have been halfway through.
Mm-hmm.
I said, bruh, this is too much for one person
Yeah.
to take in one sitting and process all this he's saying. I think then after that, I listened to the next set of bars in the lyrics video. I paused it and I'm like, this dude is an alien. He's an alien. I've never believed in aliens, always been skeptical, but we got one walking amongst us right now. And it's this mug. What in the hell?
Yeah, I love Lupe, man. People don't like him because he doesn't have like the dynamic voice and things like that, or the content mainstream. They don't like Lupe. I think he's amazing.
I think oh my God. Like, I was like, bruh. And like, I understood a lot of what he was talking about, but
Mm,
some of it, I'm like, what
yeah.
in the hell is a Mandelbrot? Can someone please tell me? I said, I guess I might have to write these lyrics down on a piece of paper and do some research and educate myself.
Mm.
And y'all please comment below what y'all think I need educated on, which I know is a lot.
Do you get the title that goes with the song? I don't
No, at the end, at the very end, I said, and the title's mural.
Now watch this. This is gonna help. Next time you listen, you're gonna catch so much more. A mural, he's painting a picture. Now go listen to it, and you're gonna be
Well,
like,
that's what. Well, I was thinking of a mural is usually like a huge wall or building or bridge or something with a lot of different random things on it.
mm-hmm.
And I'm like, and that's what he's talking about. I didn't say that in the reaction, but that's what I was thinking. I didn't want to say that because I didn't want to sound stupid. I already look stupid enough. And I said I did say at the end, I said, I did think I was pretty intelligent until I heard this song, and now I feel like a complete dumbass. I'm serious. Like, that song made me feel so stupid. And I said, this mug ain't just woke. This mug don't blink. He's so woke, he don't blink. And then he said something about I'm gonna do a nerve storm or something along those lines.
I perform a word storm or something like that.
No, he said nerve storm.
Storm. Oh, I prefer my pictures in word form.
I like that line. I paused it on that line and said, "Ooh, I like that. Me too. Me too." I remember that one, but he said later on, I think it was after that. He says something about I perform a nerve storm.
Mm-hmm.
And I paused it. I said, yeah, you do. You performing a nerve storm right now because every cranial nerve in my cranium is effed. I'm trying to be respectful and not cuss because I know you don't cuss. But I said, I think I might need to go to the ER and get a brain MRI. My brain is effed. Like it's going 150,000 miles a minute trying to process everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, he should have made this into 2 separate songs or something. This is too much.
I love it. It's my type of song. I listen to that all the time just because it's so much in there. I love it. It's one of my favorites. You know, he has a mural junior.
Yeah, and a Miss Mural. Oh,
And
they told me in the comments. They
yeah,
said, well, now that you done did Mural, you might as well do Mural Junior and Miss Mural. And I'm like, oh gosh.
yeah,
I might have to take a quick break for a minute from songs like that. Bruh. Like, I didn't know Lupe could rap like that.
oh yeah, yeah,
I like, and I was like, and then another request was Bitch Bad.
yeah.
I love that.
The content.
Ooh, I love it. Like I said, I'm a sucker for substance. I love that. And the end, how he ends it when he says, "What a double entendre." I'm like, I love it.
Yeah,
Bitch bad, woman good, lady better. They misunderstood. Oh, I love it.
yeah. That's I just now getting into Lupe. He has a lot too, so that's gonna be fun. That's gonna be fun. I think you should react to "Dumb It Down" if you haven't heard that one yet.
Dumb it down.
Yeah,
I would love to hear his version of dumbing it down.
he's. I don't want to tell you. I was gonna tell you, but I'm not gonna tell you. So you can react.
Yeah, no, but yeah, Mural messed me up. And I said, yeah, you're right, dude. I'm glad I did do the lyrics video. Dang. Ugh. All right. What are your thoughts on reactions and long bar breakdowns? Because to me, there's a difference. Because to me, there are reactions where it's more someone who's maybe an entertainer who don't
Mm,
really take time to like break down bars,
mm,
And then there's some people that just kind of listen, nod their head to the beat, maybe pause once or twice to go, ooh, and that's it. And then at the end, like, comment, share, subscribe, peace. And then there's me, people like me, with my hour-long breakdowns. So, what are
um,
your thoughts?
I appreciate the breakdowns more so. Like I said, I love battle rap.
Mm-hmm.
So when like if you listen to a lot of battle rap, when you listen to music and stuff, you automatically are listening for that type of stuff.
Oh
So
yeah.
you break it. I would prefer breakdowns. I didn't know about breakdowns or reactions until that first freestyle with High Off Life dropped. So I didn't know anything about it. And then I saw my mentions going crazy on Instagram. And I was like, what's going on? Yeah, they were like, no life gang. They just kept saying that. I'm like, okay. It's like, okay.
Oh, Shaq reacted to you?
Yeah, I don't know if he was the very first reactor, but that's the very first one I saw because my mentions were going crazy.
That's dope.
Yeah, that was crazy. So that's how I actually got introduced to seeing what reaction videos were and stuff like that. But I love the breakdowns. I don't really watch them on YouTube, but I can sit and talk with somebody forever about breaking down songs and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
I like watching the reaction videos when they try to break down like my freestyles. Like nobody's
Mm-hmm.
like caught all of it yet. So I like seeing different people catch different things and seeing what, oh, you missed that one. I just like that kind of stuff about rap. So
I do too.
yeah.
And see, I take music and the craft so seriously.
Yeah.
And I'm a writer myself,
Mm,
and I know how much hard work is put into putting the pen to paper and writing the lyrics and then having to record it and then put it out there for the world and then the production side of it. It's just a lot that goes into making just one song that a lot of people don't realize.
mm,
So I treat every artist with equal respect. I don't care about numbers, and I'm like in the song. You know what I
yeah.
mean? I'm listening to every word, and like I'll hear a bar that I think is like a giveaway bar, like, oh, that's an easy, like, And then I'll be fighting with myself in my head, going, "Don't pause, don't pause, don't pause." And
You,
then I'm like, I can't. And look, there's been times I didn't pause, and then somebody will be in the comments like, "Oh, you missed."
you missed.
And I'm like, bruh, if I caught this bar, what makes you think I missed that bar?
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Like, come on now. Now,
yeah.
this impossible to catch every single bar the first time you hear something,
Hmm.
but I do try my very best.
Yeah.
So, who are your biggest influences and inspirations for your music?
I would say my biggest inspirations for doing music. There's a guy called his name is Matane. You might not know him. I
Mm.
went to high school with him and everything. I think he's probably the best artist of all time. He's not famous, but you're gonna like him. If you look him up, you're going to like him.
Spell his name.
Metane. Matane. It's like methane, but no H.
Okay.
And he sounds like a mixture of like Eminem, his rhyme pattern stuff, and Tupac. His delivery's like Tupac.
Those are my top two.
You're gonna like him. You're gonna like. He can sing too. Like he's just all around. He's the greatest. Nobody knows him, but people I know. So when you look him up, you're gonna like him. If you want to react to any of his stuff, you're gonna like it. But he's probably one of my biggest inspirations because just I got to witness him. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I think Jay-Z and Kendrick.
I love Kendrick.
More so, Kendrick made me want to rap at one point when I started to rap. Yeah, his his rhyme patterns, just the way he not it's not alliteration, but the way he would end a word with a sound and then start the next word with the last. I don't know if that makes sense, but
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
the way he would do that made me want to write in a certain way for my first mixtape. So I would say him. A lot of others that inspired me, but the biggest ones I can remember would be those two guys right there. So those are my biggest inspirations when it came to music.
Okay, who is your top five?
My top five, this is how I do it. I have a bunch of different lists.
Yeah, that's fine. I understand. It's hard.
Like overall, my top one consists of four people. And they just won't change. But they're at the number one spot.
Okay.
It's Wayne, Jay-Z, Eminem, and Lupe. So they just how I grew up. They're not going to change. They're going to be at the top spot. And then the next down, it gets tough. But
Mm-hmm.
those are my number one. So I don't. Are you want to count those as four or?
That's up to you. How it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's some people that had like top five of all time, then their top five favorites. So everybody does it differently. So however you know.
Yeah. So those I would say those and Kanye are like my top five of all time. I get conflicted because I don't know if Kanye wrote all his stuff, but overall his projects, I put him in my top five of just overall all time.
Mm-hmm.
Different lists like, okay, who's my favorite rappers? Like who just rap.
Mm-hmm.
I always say Wayne, but then I throw in Royce the 5'9",
Mm-hmm.
King Los,
Royce and who else?
Royce, King Los.
Oh, he's
No, no,
amazing.
yeah, I like I said, I'm a battle rap fanatic, so I throw
Mm-hmm.
rappers in there, like
Yeah.
people like Chilla Jones and Immaculate, Pat Stay, rest in peace. He
All
just
right, man. I know. That's terrible.
that made me sad, man. He was actually an influence too, on me as well. The way he used his charisma and things like that, and wasn't scared to try different things while he was battling.
Mm.
He was great. Yeah, I honestly I'm trying, but I can't give you just the top five. We'll just be naming people. So
That's cool. Mine are Eminem, Tupac, Tech Nine, King Crooked, and F. But then sometimes I can throw Kendrick in there.
hmm
I can throw Joyner in there.
hmm
I can throw Wayne in there.
hmm
I love Ludacris.
yeah, Luda has to be mentioned in the top
And Busta Rhymes.
Busta Rhymes. I want to say this too because I don't think he gets enough credit. Ti.
I swear on everything. That's my next person I was fixing to say was T.I. I'm
Yeah.
a huge T.I. fan. Love T.I. His last album, Libra,
Mm-hmm.
Hypno, where he used the Biggie beat.
Mm-hmm.
You heard it?
I haven't heard it.
Oh, ooh, I love T.I. King of the ATL. That's what he said.
I think he's just wildly underrated. If
Oh, but yeah, you're right. He don't get enough credit. I mean, Rubber Band Man, bruh. What you know, motivation.
yeah,
I'm straight. Bruh, come on, man. I love T.I. Oh, okay. Now I'm just gonna ask you quickly a list of your favorites. If you can't answer it, totally cool. Cause some of them there's no freaking way I could, so I understand. Your favorite movie?
any given Sunday.
Good one. Mine is a toss up. I love the movie Life with Eddie
That's
Murphy and Martin.
yeah, that's my top five. I'm gonna say
Love
though.
it.
Yeah.
And I love Boys in the Hood.
Mm-hmm. Like that one too.
And then I love Flight with Denzel Washington.
I've only seen that once, but I liked it. I've only seen it once though.
Best portrayal of an addict alcoholic in a movie that I've ever seen, and I've seen a lot of them. I love Scarface.
Yeah.
You know, there's a lot of movies that I like, but yeah.
Yeah.
Your favorite TV show?
It's tough. I love cartoons. I have my favorite anime. I can say my favorite anime of all time is Hunter x Hunter. So
Look, bro, let me tell you something. I don't know shit about anime. The only thing I know is Pokemon and Pikachu are yellow. Pikachu, I think's the one that does the shark thing. And then I just heard this name a lot, Dragon Ball Z, but I have no idea what it is, what they look like, what they do. I don't know, not a nothing. That's why I tell people if this has anime bars in it, you might as well forget it, because I ain't gonna catch nothing unless it's about something with Pokemon or Pikachu.
Mm. Some of them are weird unless you already watch anime, and some of them are like introduction to anime. So if you start with the wrong ones, then I could see you like not liking it.
Yeah, I'm just like,
Yeah.
what's all the hype about? You know, like, I don't get it. But we're all different, you know what I'm saying?
Mm.
I don't judge people for it,
Yeah, definitely.
you know? So that would be your favorite TV show?
No, I wouldn't be able to give you my favorite TV show.
Okay.
Right, different categories, man. Like
Yeah.
Breaking Bad. My second mixtape is
I love Breaking Bad so much, and I know there's a spin-off of it that came on Netflix, and I need to watch it. I haven't watched it yet, but
yeah,
I watched all of Breaking Bad.
yeah, yeah. I have a lot of shows like that, like Breaking Bad, Snowfall.
Oh, I love Snowfall. I'm not caught up on it yet. I'm just on season 4.
Yeah, I just love TV and movies. I'll just be naming a bunch of stuff. I can't do this one. That's too hard.
My favorite TV show that's still going right now, it's on Hulu. The Handmaid's Tale.
I haven't watched that.
Oh,
I was like, I
bro.
watched it.
Bro. Oh my. It's amazing.
Mm.
And then I love Breaking Bad. I love Nurse Jackie. It's on Netflix. It,
Jackie.
it's about a nurse who's a drug addict.
Mm.
So I mean, it was a great show, but I hated the way it freaking ended.
Mm.
I love Intervention. I love Dexter, Shameless.
I love Dexter. Shameless. I've seen a little bit of that. That was cool.
It's hilarious.
Yeah.
And then my guilty pleasure is reality TV. The housewives of every city. I love all that ratchet stuff. It's hilarious. I love watching them bitches fight. It's so funny. The Love and Basketball and Love and Hip Hop and Bachelor and Bachelorette, Bachelor of Paradise, like all that stuff. But then I like the competition shows too, like The Voice. So You Think You Could Dance, Dancing with the Star, like love it. But I would say what I watch the most is true crime.
True crime.
You know the funny meme that goes around like these women that fall asleep to serial killer documentaries and stuff. That's me. People are like they find it soothing to fall asleep to murder. Like, yeah. Like I watched the interrogations, the serial killer documentaries, all the little true crime shows, and like all that. When the Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial was going on, bruh, I was so obsessed. I was obsessed. It was unhealthy. I watched the entire trial from day one all the way to the verdict. I watched the trial by itself on my own. Then I would go and watch lawyers react to it, and then a couple other people that weren't lawyers, but that I just enjoyed watching react. I was so obsessed. My son was like, I would start talking about it to him because I ain't got nobody to talk to. He's the only person I've talked to like in real life. You know what I mean? I'd start talking to him. I'm like, you'll never believe what this bitch done said. And he's like, please don't tell me you're talking about Amber Heard and Johnny freaking Depp. I'm like, you already know I am. But, when she did that interview and the interviewer asked her in her closing argument, Camille Vasquez, Johnny Depp's lawyer, said that you were putting on the role of your lifetime up on the stand. What do you have to say to that? This narcissistic, psycho, lying ass biatch says the lawyer who represented the man who convinced the world he had scissors for fingers. I'm like, is she serious? And me and my son have a podcast together. So we were talking about it, and I pretended to be the interviewer, and he pretended to be her. And he said blah, 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 who convinced the world he has scissors for fingers. And then I looked at the camera and I was like, all right, everybody out there watching this right now, if you've ever seen Edward Scissorhands and you really think, like you were convinced that he really had scissors for hands. She said fingers, but it was hands. If you really think that, please comment below. Like, what?
That's terrible. That was her closing statement.
No, that was her interview after the trial. She said that.
It's crazy.
But that trial was reality TV, straight up, but real reality. You know what I mean? Like, it was wild. I was like, this bitch is crazy.
Yeah.
Lying ass. I don't like her. Okay, what's your favorite non-religious book? I say that because a lot of people, will say the Bible or the Quran or, whatever it may be. But
Honestly, I don't read. Like, I think the last book I read was probably Holes or Stormbreaker. That's when I was junior high or something. Holes.
Yeah, I'm not a huge reader myself, but my favorite book is The Shack by William Paul Young. It's a very spiritual. You would love that book.
I,
There's a movie out based on that book.
yeah. Or maybe I think our people in our church was reading it and my mom had me read it and we watched the movie. I remember that book though. That's an old book, right? Like 2005.
I'm not sure, but I just know that book changed my life, how I viewed the world. It helped me with my grief, and it's absolutely tremendous.
Mm.
Now, my father and stepmother are very like over the top religious.
Mhm.
And like, if you don't believe exactly how they believe, you're wrong and you're going to hell. You know what I mean? Like, they don't even know I have a YouTube channel. They would disown me just because I listen to secular music and
Mm.
cuss. I'm serious. Like, it's crazy. But my stepmom said that book was sacrilegious. And I'm like, what? It's the opposite. Like, if you have an open mind, because God can manifest himself in any way he chooses to speak to someone.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's how I took it,
Mhm.
you know.
Yeah. Yeah. For me, when people are religious, overly religious, and they say are they Christians? Like when they say they're Christians, Jesus didn't even do that. So that's,
Exactly.
you know what I mean? That's always been weird to me. He didn't do that. So why would you?
Exactly.
That's the Pharisees, really.
Yeah, exactly. Like, it's so hypocritical. And my
Mm.
father, like, when I told him back in June of 2020, which I had been diagnosed with congestive heart failure since 2017, but I didn't tell anybody. It
Mm.
was stage 2 or stage B. When it advanced to stage C or stage 3 in June of 2020, and I was told I had 1 to 5 years to live, I'm like, probably ought to tell my family now. Because being a nurse, I knew symptoms would start being visible to others.
Mm.
And, when I called my father, Mr. Christian, who's in church every Sunday, says, well, I mean, I don't know what you want me to say. Don't expect any support from me because you're a drug addict, junkie, toothless, worthless, lazy bum. You did it to yourself and you deserve to die young. God says we reap what we sow. So don't expect any support from me.
That's heartbreaking. That's terrible. That's terrible. I would like to talk to him now. I know I shouldn't, but that's terrible.
And there's no talking to him. He wouldn't care what you said. Like, I'm serious. It's narcissism at its finest.
I mean,
And
I
it
like people like because my dad does this. Like people who behave like that, like he'll get them one on one, sit them down in the room, and he's gonna rebuttal everything you say with scripture, and it's gonna put you in a position to you can't. It doesn't make sense. You know what I mean? When people behave that way, if they say they believe something, it just doesn't. I don't like that. That's the word.
I don't either. And I've done that. I've quoted scripture. I've quoted, fathers, do not provoke your children to wrath. I've quoted Matthew 7:5. Why do you pay attention to the speck of sawdust in your brother's eye instead of the plank in your own?
Yep.
Things of that nature. And
Yep.
he'll flip it to fit his narrative. That's what he does.
How did you? You can't flip that one.
Oh, he flipped it. He said, well, that's not what that means. I'm like,
Yes, it is.
then what does it mean? What are you talking about? Like, it's there's no talking to him. I promise. I've tried everything. So
I'm gonna pray for him, man. That really is heartbreaking though.
It
That
is.
that's terrible.
It's a great source of pain and hurt for me.
Hmm.
It's weird because like anybody in the world, including family members besides him, could say the same thing to me, and I'd be like, whatever. Like I don't care what other people think, but for some reason, I just want my dad's approval. I want him just for once to be proud of me, to see me as who I am, not who I was, to realize that people can change but I have no power over how he thinks and feels and believes, and I'm trying to accept that, but I'm human and it hurts when your own father
Yeah,
says things like that.
yeah.
And he lost his other two children, my brothers. I'm the only child he has left alive. It's like, I don't get it. I could never say something like that to my son. I don't care what he did or didn't do.
Mm,
All right, your favorite comedian.
it's tough.
It is. It's very hard.
I guess it's tough. I think my stand-ups would be different than like comedians in movies.
Yeah, I'm talking about stand-up comedian.
Do you remember Comic View? I grew up watching like Comic View. It's like
Yes.
so. I like Bruce.
I love Bruce.
I love Bruce when I was younger.
I've done a couple of his bits on TikTok.
That's
Mine, I love Dave Chappelle,
yeah, I like Chappelle too.
Cat Williams, Kevin Hart, Richard Pryor, R.I.P., Robin Williams, R.I.P., Eddie Murphy, Bill Burr.
Yeah,
It's so many. All right, your favorite color?
red. I can answer that one.
All right, mine's black.
Black.
People are like, black is not a color. I'm like, it's in the crayon box. It's a color. What do you mean black ain't a color? Then what is it? The absence of color. Shut up. It's a color. Come on, bruh. Mine's black, then blue, then red.
Yeah.
Your favorite music artist, any genre?
Can I use my baby sister? Is that cheating?
Yeah, no.
Baby sister.
That's amazing.
She's gone by like 3 different names. So I can't give you
Yeah.
guys, but when she drops, then I'll let everybody know. But my sister, for sure.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mine is Michael Jackson.
Mm,
Your favorite band?
I don't know.
Mine's Queen.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I have a favorite band.
Okay.
Mm,
All right. This was hard, and I could never, ever answer it ever. Your favorite song?
Yeah. There's no point in me trying.
No. Your favorite genre of music?
I'll say rap, hip hop.
Mine's R&B with hip hop at a very, 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 very close second. Your favorite animal?
It's either a cheetah or a dingo. I don't know why I started looking up dingo. I think I like dogs better than cats, but I like
Me
cheetahs.
too.
And then I needed a dog to beat the cheetah, so I said dingo's fast. So I said that's how.
Mine's dogs and elephants.
Mm.
Favorite food, like a dish, like a meal.
Homemade lasagna.
Oh, mine is homemade chicken and dressing,
Mm.
followed by homemade lasagna. Your favorite type of food, like cuisine,
Like
like Italian, Mexican.
Mexican for sure, 100%.
Mine's Italian.
Mm.
Your favorite non-alcoholic drink, like your go-to.
Fruit punch Snapple in the glass bottle though. All the
Yeah,
other taste the same.
yeah.
Fruit punch Snapple.
Mine's Mountain Dew. Favorite restaurant?
Papa Do's.
Never heard of it.
Never heard of it.
Look, I have more subscribers than the population of my city.
Oh wow.
We don't have shit here. I can count on one hand how many sit down restaurants we have. Everything else is fast food, and not even a whole lot of that. And our biggest store is Walmart. We don't have a movie theater, a bowling alley, not a nothing, but woods and trees and back roads and dirt. Like, I live out in the middle of nowhere. Your favorite car?
I don't have one.
Okay. Sport?
Basketball/football. It's one of those.
Mine's football. Holiday?
Christmas.
Mine too. Season of the year?
Summer.
Okay. Mine's fall. I can't stand the heat. Your biggest pet peeves?
My biggest pet peeves, one would be when you've rhymed 2 or 3 syllables for half a bar and then you don't rhyme all the syllables at the end of the bar.
Yeah.
That irks me.
Yeah.
That, and if my girlfriend asks me what's wrong and I say nothing, and then she asks me 80 more times what's wrong. So that's
I can't stand fakeness.
yeah.
Fake people. I can't stand that.
Mm.
I can't stand misspelled words and poor grammar. It's like, in this day and age of technology, there's no excuse. And I used to be one of those people. I was real bad about like correcting people. Like, they'd be like, "You're welcome," while you are. And I'd like asterisk put YOU apostrophe RE. Like, I was so petty. Now I don't correct people. I just let it go and just let my eye twitch and just move on. If you could rid the world of one thing, what would it be?
Hate. Hate.
I used to say disease.
Mm.
Then I interviewed someone, and now I use their answer because it covers everything.
Mm.
Evil.
Yeah.
It covers everything.
Yeah.
It covers hate. It covers disease. It covers everything. So, what does it feel like to know that you are people's inspiration?
It's inspirational to me. Like I said, I never thought I'd rap. I didn't think I was that good. So when people tell me they love a song or they caught something, it's always, wow, maybe I can do this again. I'll write something. It's inspirational to me.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's very humbling.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. What's your biggest goal for your life and your biggest goal for your career?
I don't know. I'm kind of conflicted about that one right now. Right now, my biggest goal is to get as close as possible to God as I can and fulfill whatever purpose He has me to. So, before it would have been something specific, but right now I don't have anything.
That's an amazing goal. So, okay, you don't have to, but I ask everybody that I interview that's an artist, so I'm gonna ask you as well.
Okay.
Would you be willing to spit a little freestyle for me?
Does it have to be off the top?
It don't have to be off the top.
Yes.
If you don't have to.
No, I have to now. I have to. I have to. Here's a fun fact about me. I don't write a lot at all.
Okay.
I write once or twice a year. And I don't I don't get into it a lot. But I just started writing like 2 weeks ago to try to get some projects out before the year's over. I'll try to rap a verse or something from there.
Okay.
At the peak, like sunset, at sunset, no shade though. The money come and your friends change you, the fame don't. On the bigger things, here comes income, new stream, same boat, same rope. Your crew not new, they so used to staying afloat. That's when you know it seemed crazy. They see what you're making, just run away if Usain Bolt. No lie, like Tulane, don't become a victim of a few strange folk. That's how the game go. When they out of quarters, they a change for $1. Pocket hotter than a flamethrower. You ever see the kid wear the raincoat? But I promise I still love you though. Meet me there. If you want smoke, come and breathe this air. Hope I see you there like that buffalo. See you at the top, Cubs hat. Where the love at? For the young blacks like Susie, dog. We've been locked in since the Rugrats. Now I'm
Woo!
angelic, cuz I done found my wings. Can't touch me. This the new deal they had to tie me to my past, but I'm fenced to last like Chucky. Full contact, I'm bad. I don't need no pads. I don't want no pass like rugby. Always see the curve ahead like Gumby. New gotta break my fall like Humpty.
Oh, that's amazing. That Jamaican Hussein Bolt. Oh, Lord.
Thank you. Thank
That
you.
was fire. Thank you. That was amazing. And then last but not least, do you have any announcements or shout outs you would like to make?
Announcements, not an official one, but I'm going to be trying to drop 2 projects before 2022 is up. So try to give the people something. I haven't dropped anything since like 2020. So try to drop 2 projects. I'm gonna try to have a few videos with that. So be on the lookout. Prayerfully, they drop when they need to drop.
Awesome.
So those are my announcements, unofficial, but those are my announcements. And shout outs. I want to shout out Braxton, Tia, mom, dad, Darian, and Malachi, which are my 2 sons, Chanel, Soraya, Sky, and just all my people. I can't name my friends.
Yeah.
Some will be mad at me. So
Yeah,
everybody.
that's cool. That's cool.
Monroe, Louisiana, Atlanta, Georgia, Dallas, Texas.
All right. Well, thank you so very much for taking time out of your busy schedule to allow little old me to interview you. It really, really means a lot, and I'm truly honored. So thank you.
Thank you. It's all love. Appreciate you, April. Thank you.
You're welcome. So, y'all, this has been another episode of An Hour with April G. Showers with Handles Mcgee. The link to his channel is in the description box. So please be sure to click on that link. Go check out his channel. Check out his music. Subscribe. He is dope.
Thank you.
So make sure y'all check him out. Please be sure to like this video on your way out. It's a lot more important than you think. And please be sure to subscribe to my channel, y'all. All right, y'all. April G. Squad. Fist bump. Love y'all. And we will see y'all in just a little bit. Peace out.